Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing good, and in this video I will discuss about the preamble of India. So what the preamble of India states? Firstly, we will have a look at it. So the preamble of India goes like this: We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign democratic republic and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact and give to ourselves this Constitution. So, this is the preamble of India. So, first one is sovereign, then socialist, secular, democratic, republic, justice, liberty, equality and fraternity. So, what is the meaning of sovereign? First one is sovereign. Now, sovereign means that India is neither a dependence nor a dominion of any other nation but an independent state. So, there is no authority above it and it is free to conduct its own affairs. Being a sovereign state, India can either acquire a foreign territory or cede a part of its territory in favor of a foreign state. Second one is socialist. Even before the term was added by the 42nd Amendment in 1976, the Constitution had a socialist content in the form of certain directive principles of state policy. Notably, the Indian brand of socialism is a democratic socialism and not a communist socialism, which is also known as state socialism. So, which involves the nationalization of all means of production and distribution and abolition of private property. Democratic socialism, on the other hand, holds faith in a mixed economy where both public and private sectors coexist side by side. As the Supreme Court says, democratic socialism aims to end poverty, ignorance, disease and inequality of opportunity. So, Indian socialism is a blend of Marxism and Gandhism, leaning heavily towards Gandhian socialism. Now, we will talk about secular. So, what is the meaning of the term secular? So, it was added by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act of 1976. However, as the Supreme Court said in 1974, all the words secular state is not mentioned in the Constitution, there can be no doubt that Constitution makers wanted to establish such a state, and accordingly Article 25 to 28 guaranteeing the fundamental rights to freedom of religion, which have been included in the Constitution. So, the Indian Constitution embodies the positive concept of secularism, that is, all religions in our country, irrespective of their strength, have the same status and support from the state. Now, talking about the word democratic. So, what is a democratic country or state? A democratic polity, as stipulated in the preamble, is based on the doctrine of popular sovereignty, that is, possession of supreme power by the people. The Indian Constitution provides for representative parliamentary democracy, under which the executive is responsible to the legislature for its policies and actions. Universal adult franchise, periodic elections, rule of law, independence of judiciary and absence of discrimination on certain grounds are the manifestations of the democratic character of the Indian polity. So, the term democratic is used in the preamble in the broader sense, embracing not only political democracy but also social and economic democracy. So, now we will have a look at the word republic. A democratic polity can be classified into two categories: monarchy and republic. In a monarchy, the head of the state enjoys a hereditary position, that is, he comes into office through succession, like for example Britain. But in a republic, on the other hand, the head of the state is always elected directly or indirectly for a fixed period, like USA. Therefore, the term republic in our preamble indicates that India has an elected head called the president. he is elected indirectly for a fixed period of 5 years. Now talking about the word justice. The term justice in the preamble embraces three distinct forms: social, economic and political. So secured through various provisions of fundamental rights and directive principles. Social justice denotes the equal treatment of all citizens without any social distinction based on caste, color, race, religion, sex and so on. It means absence of privileges being extended to any particular section of the society and improvement in the conditions of backward classes like SCs, STs and OBCs and women. Now talking about liberty. The term liberty means the absence of restraints on the activities of individuals and at the same time providing opportunities for the development of individual personalities. The preamble secures to all citizens of India liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith and worship through their fundamental rights, enforceable in court of law in case of violation. So liberty, as elaborated in the preamble, is very essential for the successful functioning of the Indian democratic system. However, liberty does not mean license to do what one likes and has to be enjoyed within the limitations mentioned in the Constitution itself. In brief, the liberty conceived by the preamble of fundamental rights is not absolute but qualified. Now the term equality. The term equality means the absence of special privileges to any section of society and the provision of adequate opportunities for all individuals without any discrimination. So the preamble secures to all its citizens of India equality of status and opportunity. This provision embraces three dimensions of equality: civic, political and economic. And lastly, the fraternity. Fraternity means a sense of brotherhood. The Constitution promotes this feeling of fraternity by the system of single citizenship. Also, the fundamental duties, Article 51A says that it shall be the duty of every citizen of India to promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood among all the people of India, transcending religious, linguistic, regional or sectional diversities. Now, the preamble declares that fraternity has to assure two things: the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. So, the word integrity has been added to the preamble by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment, and it was in 1976. So, these are some of the basic terms in the preamble which I have explained, and I hope now you all must be clear about what the preamble of India states. So, lastly, talking about significance of preamble. So the preamble embodies the basic philosophy and fundamental values like political, moral and religious on which the Constitution is based. So it contains the grand and noble vision of the Constituent Assembly which drafted the Constitution of India and reflects the dreams and aspirations of the founding fathers of the Constitution. So this is all about today's video, and thank you so much for watching.